All right, it's time to talk about. It's a few sports related topics that we must discuss. First off, we was talking about Kevin Stefanski, and I'm gonna pull up on our screen, Joe. Now that Kevin Stefanski is with Atlanta Falcons, he'll be going up against Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield is one to not forget and always continue to hold a judge. It seems, I mean, hold a grudge. It seems like. So one thing that Baker Mayfield just tweeted was failed is quite a reach, pal. Still waiting on a text or call from him after I got shipped off like a piece of trash. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach. Obviously relating to Stefanski. What's your thoughts on this, and do we have a new rivalry brewing between Atlanta and Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
We absolutely have a new rivalry, Vaughn, and I love it. And I love it. And this is the reason why I love it because if the NFL is going to do the right thing, they're going to have some shifts in Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. And I know those two guys are not going to tackle each other, or these two guys are not going to actually be on the field together, but it's must see TV because, again, did Kevin Stefanski fail Baker Mayfield? I don't know. But I know he did get shipped off, and I knew there was some tension there a little bit. So I can't wait. In two times a week, I mean, 2 times a year, and the handshake. So that's where the cameras are going to be. You know, the cameras are going to be there, whether it's pregame, postgame. Are those guys going to be cordial or not? Because what Baker Mayfield did do is he created tension, and I think I love it. I know I love it.
No, I love it as well. The fact that he's saying like, "Hey, I don't like you. I haven't forgot. I'm glad you in Atlanta. I don't think you that good of a coach, and I'm gonna show you." It provides, even as obviously, if you a Tampa Bay fan, you should love it. If you a Falcon fan, you should love it because you shouldn't like Tampa Bay no way. I think we need more of that energy throughout the
Well, hold
NFL.
on. I'm supposed to love Tampa Bay. You know
Yeah,
that.
that's what. But you wearing ATL as well, so you just
Yeah,
conflicted. You
yeah,
just
yeah.
conflicted.
No, I'm not conflicted. That was a job. That was a job. That's all. That
Right,
was a
right.
job.
But my point is, division rivals should feel like this, and not to say that Pittsburgh and Baltimore don't feel that way, or Cleveland and Pittsburgh don't feel that way. Dallas against Philly don't feel that way. Like we mentioned earlier in the season or a few episodes back that the NFC South was pretty stink. It's pretty soft. And maybe soft is not the right word, but not saying that people is friendly, but it need to be some form of rivalry, and the rivalry can't be who's gonna be the worst team in this division, because it seemed like
That's
the
right.
entire division was trying to see who can lose the most games rather than who can win the most games. So any
Do you
type,
think about? Do you
uh-huh.
like tendencies, Vaughn? Do you like tendencies as far as um, Kevin Stefanski? And I know that was what 4 years ago. Can he tell his team anything about what Baker may feel like on the football field? What he likes to see, his footwork, his reads, his arm strength, not going to the wide side of the field, or not going to taking a check down. Can that help? Because that's what I immediately thought about. Because I know it's 4 years ago, but I think Kevin Stefanski. Because you remember, they drafted Baker Mayfield number 1 overall, so they
Right.
did an extensive research on him and everything he loves to do, what he doesn't like to do. Do you have a feeling about that?
That's a great question. I would say yes and no, because that's like somebody saying they met me 4 years ago. I done grown since then. Now, if you were the same person and you still got it, if a coach job obviously is to do the research, but you gotta do the same research on yourself. So if Baker Mayfield know his weakness was this 4 years ago, and he hasn't found a way to not necessarily shortcut, but make it to where that's not his weakness no more, then that's his problem. And if Kevin Stefanski still going off of 4 years ago, then we gonna see when they do face each other to see
Right.
who. So that's a great point that you brought up, because tendencies definitely are, especially for those that's like some would say Baker Mayfield type player like Brett Favre. You a gunslinger, you got these tendencies. You can be
That's right.
great, but that still don't mean he won't blow the game at the end because he willing to make that throw. So sometimes it's best to but growth is not falling to those same tendencies. Even going back to what you were saying or alluding to, we was talking about CJ Stroud. You want to continue to see the growth within CJ Stroud to where he not making rookie mistakes. That's a good. I didn't even think about that there. But
And if you're down for more infotainment, information, and entertainment, like and subscribe in between the lines.